Hello, I'm Lesley Logan, and this week's Struggle is Real series is a double leg kick. Oh my goodness, the double leg kick. This is a great request, you guys. So I think the single leg kick is also a good struggle is real. Maybe we'll have to do it. But I find that most people have a problem with the double leg kick and don't see the beauty in it because of the patterns that they use in their body. So if you have tight hip flexors and quads, you're going to use those in the double leg kick and you're going to go, why the hell am I doing this exercise? If you have hypermobility in your shoulders, or maybe you're tight in your chest, but you have an ability to go outside of the socket and still stretch your arms, like people do in yoga class where they're like, oh, right? And they're like doing crazy thing with their wrists and their elbows, and they're like, what a good stretch. But actually, it's not doing much of anything. Then the double leg kick is going to be like, what the fuck? So what I like about the double leg kick, though, is when you do it right, one, you know, and two, it opens up so much possibility in your Pilates practice. So it's something you want to get down with, right? So let me do it, and then we can talk about it. We can talk about exercises you can do to make it better. So double leg kick is where your hands are behind your back, and you want to layer them, not interlace the fingers, just layer them and let the thumbs cross over each other. And then bring the hands up high on your back and let your elbows fall down, okay? And then you're gonna have to reach your tailbone long because a lot of people will let their belly push into the mat, and I want your lower back to be long. Squeeze your legs together. You kick your seat 3 times. Then you press the legs down and you lift your arms up and back, not back, just up and back. And you lower, you look the other way, you kick 3 times. And then again, I'm going to go more up this time. I went a little too far back. Old habits die hard. So what most people do, why the struggle is real, is they kick and they're bouncing their butt up so it feels like nothing's happening. And then they go like this and they're like, oh, I'm doing it, right? But do you see the difference between that and kicking using your hamstrings and glutes and lifting your arms up to connect to your back muscles? So what you want to do is maybe your hands are down here because that's where you are. I mean, I can go up here because that's where I am, but I keep the palms of my hands facing the ceiling. And then for the kicks, I don't let these creases pop up. So you can even put your hands here for a moment and put them on your thighs and keep those hip flexors pushing down, not your lower back, but your thighs, and then press the legs, right? Kick, use your hamstrings in your seat. Another thing you might do is notice how when my legs are straight, you might not be able to see it where you are, but my kneecaps are barely touching the mat, which means when I kick, they're not able to touch. Most people touch their knees down. You want to keep your femurs floating in space. Another way to figure out the hands is you can sit here and you can take your hands and layer them. See how mine are layered? And you can, instead of pushing them down to the floor, notice how that pops my lower back forward, right? Well, if I'm lying on my stomach, that's going to push into the floor. So I'm going to keep my stomach in and I'm going to press my hands back. See how my elbows are pretty bent? That's okay, because what's happening is the muscles around my shoulder blades are activating, connecting, and I'm getting a really awesome stretch through here, and my whole upper back is staying wide, as opposed to squeezing my shoulder blades together. So you feel the difference? The shoulder blades should remain wide on the back, and there'll be some scaption that happens that's going to help your rowing out. So the double leg kick is something you really want to get down with because it's going to affect your entire practice. Okay, so if this exercise isn't going well for you and you've been doing those tips, right? You put your hands there, you couldn't keep your booty down. You layered your hands and like you couldn't get your chest forward, right? Then what I want you to do is actually get out your small barrel. I want you to do the arm series on the small barrel. And I want you to even think about doing the leg series, but on the small barrel. I'd also get on your ladder barrel and do the stretches on the ladder barrel. You need to get some openness in the front of your thighs. I'd really rock your shoulder bridge on the mat. That's going to be super, super helpful. And I would also practice your thigh stretch on the Cadillac. Anything that can get this open by activating the back of your legs is going to be super, super key. If those still don't work, you can do shoulder bridge on the floor with your feet on the Wunda chair. That is going to strengthen your booty and your hamstrings quite quickly. You could advance up to table on the Wunda chair and get the same thing. So the more open you have this, the more accessible your hamstrings and glutes are. And I would just really practice making sure that you feel like this is a hamstring curl. Oh, hamstring curls on the reformer. Look how that came out. So it's endless what you could do to make this less of a struggle, but don't skip this exercise, because if you're trying to do high scissors and bicycle where you get your hands under your hips and your legs to the sky, you have to have not just an open chest, but a strong upper back, and double leg kick is really going to help you do that. I hope you check out Andrea Maida's video. She's epic. We do this collaboration every single week, and your requests are what drive these weekly series. So keep them coming in the comments below. If this helped you in some way, share it with your friends. Share it with your fellow Pilates lovers. We love that. The more people that watch these and comment on these, the more we have we can serve you and give you the exercises that you're looking for, right? Because this is a community-driven series. So thank you so much. Go check out Andrea Maida Pilates video on this, and I will see you next time.